Oh, you got your backgrounds back.
We have a couple of reviews coming up that are I thought were connected, but but
Yes,
I think we should do them
we
separately. We
do.
need to
We
do them
have,
separately because I didn't
but
research
it turns
enough.
out they're not.
Yeah, I didn't do any research.
Yeah, I think that we should do them separately. Uh,
Yeah, we're talking about the Devil
yeah,
Doll
yeah,
1936 and
that's
Devil
right.
Doll 1964. Totally different.
Totally different. Let's talk about Devil Doll 1936 first, though.
I would love to. So basically, it's an escaped convict. Let me try that again. It's an escaped convict who uses miniature humans to wreak vengeance on those who framed him. He went to jail for it. And Lionel Barrymore, who's I think he's the great uncle of Drew. Do I have that correct? I think he's like the great uncle of Drew Barrymore.
Uh,
But
yes,
yeah,
yes.
and Lionel Barrymore.
I have to say, this was kind of a misdirection from the direction I thought it was going to. I mean, it was really a Todd Brown film, you know?
Yeah, actually, one thing I found on I was doing research on this, and actually, it's supposed to be like a retelling of Todd Browning's 1925 movie called the Unholy Three.
Right.
And I
Exactly.
don't know anything about that, but I looked at it and I was like, I gotta watch that one now because it has Lon Chaney in it from 1925, and then they remade it again in
Right.
1930.
Yeah, and Lon Chaney, up until the time that he died, Lon Chaney, they were really good friends up until the time that he died.
Really?
Uh, they were really good friends, and kind of Lon Chaney was his muse in a way,
Oh, really? Not in a creepy way, right?
but not in a creepy way. No.
Okay.
I was the other thing that I was going to say is the complications of this one. Um, it had that layer on layer effect that that takes a more skillful hand
Yes. Yes.
to navigate through.
Yeah.
And I have to say that he did such a good job of it, you know. And Lionel Barrymore was amazing.
Oh, actually, that's what really made it awesome for me was his acting was amazing. Like I was at first I was like, oh, he's gonna be doing this weird voice the whole time, but I hung with it. I was like, okay, he's actually doing a great job.
Right.
And it wasn't a transvestite performance. It wasn't to laugh at it. It was he actually played it straight.
He just he is playing an old woman, and he's just doing it so well that you're totally sucked into it, and you're kind of surprised at the end when you see him in a suit again, and you go, "Oh yeah, that's right." he was. You go, "Oh, I was kind of thinking he was an actor that was playing," and then you go, "Oh no, he was playing." A person and it just gets really confusing, but
I like
the
the mad
complications
scientist.
of it,
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of
the
stuff going on, like the mad
incredible
scientist.
effects,
Yeah.
you have to admit. Yeah.
The mad scientist and the Bride of Frankenstein.
And by the way, how did you like the little lock of the Bride of Frankenstein hair?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, just the one lock of Bride of Frankenstein hair, it was just so good. Yeah, it was so good. You're like, oh wow, that wasn't exactly the style of the time in general. So
Well, she also
it
did the
was
crazy
it
face,
was
like the
super interesting, and the effects were absolutely amazing.
yeah. No, actually, what's one thing I liked too was the way the miniatures
Right,
looked while they were still in their inactive state or whatever. They looked so good. The
right,
little dogs.
right. Yeah, they're looking really really good, and then all of a sudden they start moving and they move really perfect, and you're like, wow, that was really well done.
There were no shadows though. If you want to nitpick on the
Oh
table, did you
yeah.
see any shadows? I didn't see any shadows. There are no shadows.
Okay.
No, I really like this actually. Obviously, I mean, what's great about this is I thought it would be a
When
horror
was the
movie.
last time that you did that shot?
That's true.
Yeah.
Let me think. Never. So
Yeah, Hey, listen. The last thing that I ever thought was that it would be
Science fiction.
a revenge film, but then that the last 10 minutes of it would wind up being super sweet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, this was like I thought it'd be a horror movie, but it ended up being a science fiction, crime, drama, romance movie or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's really true. Did it not like very gently just carry you from one thing to the other?
Yeah.
And you're going, well, because you're starting out and you're going, oh, this is a horror film. And then it goes on a little bit and you go, oh, well, this is actually a science fiction film. And then you think, wow, this is Tootsie. And then you keep on going and I go, no, this is a crazy weird ass romance.
Well, one thing I thought was weird is it wasn't really Tootsie, because it was just so played so straight that it was just like, I almost believed he was a woman for a few minutes there.
I know. It's like there's a sort of meta conversion that goes on in your head. It is like, as you become completely convinced that they hired him to do the role of a woman, then you realize, oh, wait, I actually saw this. I saw that he's not a woman.
Right. You saw him put the wig on.
Yeah, I saw him put the wig on. This doesn't make any sense.
And then it actually started off with a couple lines that basically downsizing stole. Like, oh, we can downsize everybody. Everybody can shrink so we can eat more stuff.
Yeah, the concept lines were stolen by them, like almost lifted word for word.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like they can consume more if they're smaller.
Yeah. That's right. It's strange because I all of a sudden that rang a bell and I was going, and I had to sit there for a minute and go, well, where did I just hear those lines recently? And then it goes, and then I go, oh, that was downsizing. And you know what? The thing is it was like, it was one of the good parts of downsizing before downsizing just became, a
Lily Tomlin movie.
Yeah,
The Incredible Shrinking Woman.
Tomlin movie. Exactly.
Let's just show them standing on thumbnail, or what do you call them? Thumbtacks and stuff, so you can see the size.
Well, that just not to get dissuaded, but or sidetracked, but that film, it got worse and worse and worse and worse until you had a 5-minute scene inside of a tunnel.
Oh, yes.
That was actually a little metaphor for how long the scene went on.
That's
the
true.
tunnel was forever, and so was the scene that they were enacting in it. It was like form equals function equals bullshit.
Is that an equation they use in the film industry?
Oh yeah, that's exactly yeah.
I can see that like on a wall somewhere.
Form equals function equals bullshit. Right. Yeah.
So I was wondering if something.
Man,
I mean, well, first of all, I think if I was watching this in 1935 in a theater, I think it would have scared the crap out of me, just because the special effects were actually pretty good for the time. I think they were pretty basic, but they were good.
The special effects. Yeah, they were really basic. There was a lot of foreground stuff, as well as foreground miniatures, as well as a little bit of the old-fashioned opticals and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was done really well, and it was done. The thing about filming a miniature is that what you never want to do when you're filming miniatures is you never want to do dead flat on shots, right? You can tell somebody who has never done a miniature before, because they'll do it and they'll do like dead on comparison, right? Between the two, like looking at each other, something like that. And it never works. And what you always have to do is you always have to take the camera and move to a 3/4 position on it. And a lot of times they had a 3/4 and up and a 3/4 position, so that there was a dynamic in it that wasn't just directly comparative. You know,
Right? Yeah.
it helped that film so much. It was like especially the looking at them. Did you notice that whenever you were looking at them underneath the table,
By the legs, yeah.
by the legs of the table, they were like skewed over to the side a little bit, you know, something that you wouldn't actually do on a shot, but they were doing that so that the shot had three dimensionality.
Yeah. Well, even when they were running at the legs to stab them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, it made you reach for your own ankle.
No, there was one scene where Lionel Barrymore was standing there and the guy was sneaking up on him and he saw the Bride of Frankenstein looking down and he's like, oh, that actually kind of got me a little bit. I'm like, oh, you better move. It's like,
yeah, that's right. Ooh.
There was one shot that I thought was interesting.
No,
I couldn't believe it. They pulled this off, but the one with the girl holding the doll holding the doll in bed. I was surprised how good that looked because that was complicated for 1935.
Right. It was. You know, the shots that were good kind of reminded me of Dobie.
Dobie Gillis?
Dobie Gillis. No, Dobie Gillis was the TV.
Right.
No, the Leprechaun movie done in the 60s.
Okay.
Why can't I remember the name of it? But that they also did a lot of those really extremely long forced perspective shots.
Okay.
And there's something about a forced perspective shot that is so effective, you know. I got to do forced perspective, which was the old mirror shot that we did on Hercules.
Right. Yeah.
I think I just explained it not that long ago.
Right. Yeah. No,
right.
Yeah.
You know, so this was very much, this had very much the same kind of working. So that you're eliminating things from a half silvered mirror, so that a lot of the set is in the mirror, and then you have them on another set in another scale,
right?
And then you eliminate some of the silvering on the mirror, and you get that. And so a lot of those shots are actually shot in the camera, so that you're looking in the camera and you see the small actors with the big actors. It's absolutely a blow-away.
Right.
It's
no.
an amazing thing to watch.
My camera is doing some weird stuff.
So, yeah, are you sinking down?
You know, I keep sinking down actually because I haven't connected my camera. I just kind of threw it up there, so I had to reset the whole desk because my wife was using it. Yeah. My wife's using it during the week sometimes, so I moved all my stuff over and I had to reset it. Oh yeah,
so she. It feels like if she turned on the vacuum cleaner, it would go.
Well, so by December.
So.
By mid-December, I'll be out of this situation.
Well, you know, you're in the same position that people in Los Angeles, people who cook meth in Los Angeles have when they finally they get to move out to San Bernardino and they can move the meth lab out of the bathroom and into the garage where it belongs.
See, that's why Breaking Bad was so great because we can have an RV. See?
Yeah. Huh?
When I watched Breaking Bad the first time, I pictured some meth head like it with his lab behind him going, oh.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
No, so I think this.
So anyway, so how are you?
Go ahead. How am I?
How are you gonna rate it?
Oh, how would I rate this? Well,
how are you gonna rate it?
I actually was really surprised by this. I really want to go back and watch the Lon Chaney Unholy 3 now because, you know, if Todd Browning was involved with that one too, I think I'm digging it.
You know what? This is me too. I'm becoming a Todd Browning fan. It seems like everything that he did was kind of shockingly perfect.
Yeah.
And the guy really gets out on it. Really. Hello.
Yeah. No, you were working.
Oh, I was. Oh, okay.
I should keep the door open. The
no, it
Wi-Fi
seemed like he
works
really
better.
got out. Yeah, he really got out there and I am becoming a big fan and totally able to notice his style, and you know, he has very theatrical.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's theater in a way, but only interesting, and I like it.
Well,
It's just like theater,
it wasn't slow
only
though.
I like it.
Well, it didn't feel like theater because it wasn't slow, like, you know, like a lot of talking. I mean, it seemed like it was a lot of action, and Lionel Barrymore is kind of a theater guy. I mean, really, the way he his performance.
Right. You know, this is a really good point. Todd doesn't depend on just dialogue. You know, I mean, his expressionism goes so far beyond it. You know, he doesn't lose me, you know, in the dialogue. He kind of is using the visual to help hold the nail as he hammers it into your forehead.
Yes, yeah, that's good. That's a good way to put it. So I give this a high rating. I don't think I'm right at a 5, but I'm like at a 4.3 probably.
Yeah,
I'm being stingy.
You know what? I was gonna say 4.5.
I'm being stingy. I probably could go 4.5.
So, damn it. So damn it.
That's okay. I'll stick with 4.3.
Oh, how do you like that? Now, I really like this, and surprisingly enough, I had in my mind. Oh, I had in my mind that.
Is that what your mind sounds like?
Yeah, you know, the way that historically Todd Browning is thought of is everybody only mentions Dracula, and then they go freaks.
Yeah.
And depending on who they are, they kind of go freaks, or they go freaks, you know.
Right.
But now I have to go and I have to see all of his stuff, because so far here, Dracula, Freaks, and the Doll movie, I'm absolutely sold. I think the guy. I don't think any of those is below a 4. So.
No, I don't think so either. I don't remember what I rated Freaks, but I think I like this more than Freaks a little bit, just because I don't know. It was more fun for me, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what I rated the rest of them, but yeah.
But you're right. The visuals are amazing.
You know,
so check this one out.
Yeah, everybody, check it out. I thought that you were going to tell me to check something out, and I was going to say your face has been frozen, looking like something like a snail reaching for something that's out of reach for about 5 minutes.
Oh no, it's been beautiful.
So we both rated it. We both love it. First of all, go out and get yourself a little sweet
little doll.
Todd Browning.
Sweet little doll. Didn't he say that? Yeah, he said that, I think. That was
and Devil Doll.
Yeah, not Devil Doll 1964 probably, but The Devil Doll 1936.
God, I said Devil. Sweet.
See?
Sweet.